Scott, can I help you with something?
Hey, Harold, how are you?
Good.
I was just noticing this threshold. You might want to replace it with one that complies with the ADA requirements. Either this flat saddle or a ramp would work. You can even add an abrasive non-slip coating for added safety.
Huh, I really hadn't thought about it.
You know, I can fit any width or length for my supplier National Guard products. Pick any finish you want. National Guard will ship it direct to you in only a few days.
Direct to me, huh?
Yeah, and they're very reasonable too. There isn't a custom job or a special seal condition that they can't handle. National Guard will make whatever you need, aluminum or bronze, even stainless steel to fit any situation.
National Guard products, huh?
Yeah, I work with National Guard on lots of projects, and they're the most reliable people that we deal with. If you have a couple of minutes, I think I can be a lot of help.
Yeah, come on in my office. Let's make it quick, though.
Right. Thanks a lot, Harold. I'll be quick.
All right.
You know, I'm not here just to sell you a bunch of stuff. There are a lot of ways I can help you save money in this building and make it safer.
Show me what you got.
All right, those exterior doors, they're costing the building owner a lot of money.
How so?
Higher utility bills, air's leaking around the edges of the door. Now, National Guard did an energy study at an independent lab and discovered that for about $75 per exterior door, your heating and cooling bill can be hundreds of dollars a year less. That's hundreds of dollars every year per opening.
With new thresholds?
With weather stripping. Now, I can take the dimensions of all the outside doors right now and place an order today. National Guard will FedEx direct to you, and you'll be installing weather stripping in just a few days. Now, there are several kinds, but I recommend silicone seal because it outlasts the others. You'll get those savings on air conditioning and heating for more years with silicone.
Only $75 a door?
Yeah, and it takes about the same amount of time and costs the same to install the best weather stripping as it does to install something that wouldn't protect as well or last as long. And speaking of installation, this weather strip seal is also available with an industrial two-way tape, so it only takes a few minutes to install.
Well, I know the owner's complaining about the utility bills. This just might be something I need to point out to him.
Well, I'd tell you what, why don't you show him this brochure? I've circled the section here on the silicone weather stripping and the threshold data. And remember, we can match the finish of the other hardware on your doors.
Really appreciate your time and your ideas. I got so much to do around here. I don't have time to check on all the stuff that you're talking about. So.
I'll tell you what, I noticed some other things on the way in, other ways to save money and improve the fire safety in the building.
Oh, really?
When could we make an appointment for you and me to meet with the owner? We can show him the benefits of the threshold and the weather stripping and 2 or 3 or more really important ideas. We'll probably do the whole thing in about 30 minutes. So what's the best time to catch him? Early in the morning?
Probably the best time is like the start of the day before he gets involved in other things.
Well, the ADA compliant threshold is a no-brainer, and the utility savings the first year will pay for the weather stripping, so we can go ahead with that. But Harold said you had a couple other suggestions.
Yes, sir. In the front entryway, you're losing heating and air conditioning where the double doors meet.
Yeah, it's kind of drafty.
I heard that.
Yeah.
Well, with a set of National Guard split astragals, you can dramatically reduce that loss and save even more on your utilities. And a stainless steel security astragal also will protect you from anybody getting in those doors with the old coat hanger trick on the panic bar. That's a sample you can use, and Harold can install that in no time.
So this is an astragal.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
Now, I just got a couple of more ideas. My bet is you've gotten some complaints about sound carrying throughout these corridors. Well, for very little expense, you can actually apply this sponge silicone on each hall door frame. Now, as the door closes to compress the seal, bingo, it's an acoustically secure door.
We've heard some complaints about noise, boss.
I like this.
Yeah, on the bottom. A simple sweep is better than nothing, but I recommend an automatic door bottom. Now, using the same sponge silicone as around the opening, this piece of hardware from National Guard retracts into the door while the door is operating. But when the door closes, the activator rod on the hinge side lowers the silicone portion and seals the bottom of the door.
That is pretty slick.
And now finally, I'm sure you're aware that the real killer in a fire is smoke inhalation. And I know you want to do everything you can to keep people safe.
Oh, yes.
Now, a sprinkler system can prevent the spread of fire, but the fact is sprinklers actually create more smoke.
So you must have a suggestion.
Well, I suggest that you add smoke seals to your corridor and your office doors. Now, National Guard makes 2 types. This one is screwed on just as your weather stripping, and this one is the self-adhesive seal that installs in the soffit of the door frame. Now, both are classified as smoke seal and carry the S label for smoke barrier doors that are required by the International Building Code.
These certainly are sound ideas.
Well, you know what? I've assessed every opening in your building, and I've given you a breakdown of costs for each of my recommendations, and everything that can be FedExed to you directly, and I know that Harold can install it himself. I can get the order placed today. Do you have any questions?
When you're calling on end users, don't think only of locks, closers, and exit devices. Include the total opening. Check for weather stripping and astragals to reduce utility costs, acoustical seal to reduce noise, smoke seal to protect against smoke inhalation, stainless steel astragals for security on doors in pairs, ADA required thresholds and entry ramps, aluminum or stainless steel plates to cover expansion joints, and don't forget about FedEx superior service to ensure timely delivery. You'll help make every building better and increase your sales with every customer. They win, you win.